Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no problem with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there is no problem with the audio or the video, please do let me know. I'm just opening up the live chat on my phone as well so that I'm able to see all of you while teaching as well. Hello guys, hello everyone. Hello everyone, hello. I hope that there's no problem with the audio or the video. Okay, everything is fine. That's great. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So, that's great. Okay, so I'm just waiting for everyone to join and then we'll start with our today's class. We are today going to deal with topics like AI, data science, machine learning, deep learning. Where are these technologies used? What are the job prospects? How can land particular jobs in companies like Google or something like that? Because we have already helped many students get to that companies as well. So all these things we will be discussing in our today's lesson. Okay, and I'm just waiting for everyone to join. Like very less number of students have joined up till this particular point of time. I don't want anyone to lose out on the information that we are going to provide in this particular video. We'll just wait for 2 to 3 minutes more and then we'll start with our class. Hello Aryan, hello Lurnag. Okay, I don't think so more students are going to join us. Let's start with our today's class. Okay, so first of all we are going to open up the writing pad because there will be a lot of writing today, guys. A lot of theory that we are going to discuss today. Just this now, tablet as well. Okay, so can someone let me know in the live chat what do you understand? Okay, whenever I'm talking about AI, okay, if I'm talking about artificial intelligence, what do you understand by that particular term? If somebody is talking that, okay, have you do you know what AI is? So what will be going on inside your own mind? Okay, so this is AI or something like that. So can someone let me know what are their thoughts about AI in general? Please let me know your thoughts about AI in the live chat because I'm able to so that I'm able to understand what you guys think, and then we'll start off with what actually AI means. I don't want bookish knowledge. I do not want someone going over the Google and copying and pasting the definition of AI. I just want your frank opinion, your frank idea. If somebody is asking you what AI is, what do you think about AI? Then what would be your frank answer? This is the question right now, guys. Please let me know in the live chat, guys. Please be interactive in the class. Okay, please be a bit interactive in the class, guys. AI is the advanced technology who keeps on learning once he got to know about one topic. Okay. Uh, More guys, more. I want to see what you guys are. If there are 45 students live in the chat right now, I want to see 45 responses as well. Please try to answer this particular question, guys. What do you think when you are thinking about artificial intelligence? What is your opinion about artificial intelligence itself? I'm not able to see any answers as of this particular moment, guys. Please don't feel shy. Please try to answer. The tech that learns and uses its own logic to do a particular task, something like Google Assistant related to robotics. Okay. Put your own thoughts, guys. See, if you're not interacting, then you will never be able to learn. Okay. A data driven technology which, on the basis of learned like, logics, decide what to do in a particular situation. Okay. I don't want bookish knowledge. I do not want a Googled answer. I want your opinion. Robots, advanced technology, developing something new. It's more advanced technology. AI can replace each and every manpower work and beyond manpower. Advanced technology that can act on its own. Okay, so I'm able to get some ideology behind what you think about artificial intelligence. Something like a Terminator or something like Chitti, if you have seen the robot movie, or the Skylink or something like that. You're thinking about Skynet. Yeah, Skynet, just for the example. You're thinking about AI in that particular sense itself. And this is how usually AI has been shown. So, for example, whether it be your Jarvis or Friday or something like that as well. So all these different things is how Hollywood or movies has portrayed AI to be as. But at its very core, AI, or what we call as an artificial intelligence, is nothing else but a field that has merged the knowledge from topics like stats, okay, that is statistics, probability, then your neural, okay, neurons, that is from your brains and neurology and everything, economics, that is your game theory, all these different things and many more topics as well that are just basic maths. Okay, that are just basic maths is what AI is at its core. AI is nothing else but mathematical formulas and mathematical theorems and theories and algorithms that you use in various different methods. Okay, it's just an algorithm, it's just a mathematical algorithm. It's not something. Artificial intelligence started out, okay, the word artificial and intelligence, it started out with the obsession of man to try to create an artificial life form. Okay, so we are your generic life form that you are able to see, dog, cats, and the intelligent life form like human beings as well. Now the researchers from various different colleges, various different organizations decided that okay, if we are so intelligent, then we can also create intelligent life forms as well. And that to be able to create that artificially is what they termed as artificial intelligence. They did a lot of research. At many point of time they thought that they have created something that is truly artificially intelligent, but up till now that hasn't been a case. Okay, everything that you are able to see, whether it be the Asimo robot by Honda or something else as well, whether it be Google assistant as well, at the end of the day it's nothing else but mathematical computations. It's nothing else but statistics, probability, neurology, game theory, mathematics being combined into one. Okay, so if anybody asks you what artificial intelligence means, you need to tell them that it's nothing else but an algorithm, a mathematical algorithm that may mimic what you consider as an artificial life form. Okay, it's not exactly what you think like Skynet or Terminator or Chitti. It's not something like that. It cannot make its very own decision. It can only make a probabilistic decision on the basis of the inputs that it is able to receive. And that is what humans turn to be as intelligence. Okay, so try to understand this. You are able to get inputs from your sensory organs, whether it be to touch, smell, hearing, sight. You are able to get information inside. You are able to process, your brain is able to process this information. Once this information is processed, you take a probabilistic or statistical output that, okay, so I shouldn't touch fire because the last time that I touched fire, I got burned. So you are using statistics that yes, from the last time I got burnt, you are making a probabilistic assumption that, okay, if last time I got burnt, it is possible that I will get burnt again. And then you came to a conclusion that I won't touch this particular object. Although everything that happens in your brain is just pure chemical reactions and mathematics, but you don't know that, and that is something that you term to be as intelligent. And that is what scientists have been trying to mimic. Okay, when we will be learning about deep learning, I will be coming back to this particular topic, but right now you need to understand as AI as the umbrella branch. Okay, it's a branch. So for example, physics. Okay, you are having your topic as physics. Okay, physics has many different sub branches inside of it. It may be electrical engineering, mechanical, or quantum, or so on and so forth. So there are various branches of physics. Similarly, AI is also the umbrella branch inside of which there are various sub branches of AI, within which machine learning, then your computer vision, then your natural language processing, then your probabilistic assumptions, and so on and so forth is also present. Now what is, so I've used various different names. Now some of the most common one is machine learning, computer vision, natural language processing. These are three things that we need to understand. Okay, now let's first come to computer vision. The name is exceptionally simple: computer vision. When computers are able to interpret the environment around them through the aid of sight, whether it be using cameras, whether it be using LiDAR sensors, whether it be using IR sensors, and so on and so forth, that is called as computer vision. Okay, now this particular technology is usually used in various different places. For example, your Google Lens is one of the examples where computer vision is being used. Tesla, or the automated cars developed by Google, Toyota, or other companies as well, are using computer vision, using various sensors and cameras. Sometimes all these things working together to help the instrument, to help the car understand about its surroundings. This process of using artificial intelligence, a branch of artificial intelligence, to enable the instruments, to enable technologies to understand the world around them through sight, is called as computer vision. Natural language processing, as the name suggests, natural language processing. Okay, so what is natural language? When I'm speaking English or Hindi or Telugu or like Arabic or something else, Bihari as well, or Marathi or something like that, this is what is we term to as natural language. Okay, so when you want the computer to understand what natural language means, okay, that is the branch of AI that deals with natural language processing. Okay, it enables the computer to understand your normal human language as well, which in the normal case computers are not able to understand. You will have to deal with it in machine code, or maybe some particular high level code, for example like C++, Java, Python. You will have to program the computer to make it do what you want to do. It is not directly able to understand your natural language. So that branch is called as natural language processing. Okay, then comes machine learning. Okay, what does machine learning mean? It is a branch of AI that deals with data. Okay, when your machine tries to learn from the data that has been provided to it, that is the branch of AI that is called as machine learning. Machine is learning using data. Okay, so you will provide data to the machine will go through that data, try to learn from it, and then make predictions and like results on the basis of that. Now in this particular scenario, you can think of it as a small child. When a child interacts with its environment, when it reads a particular book itself, and then it goes on for giving a particular test, only then he will be able to ace the test when he has understood that particular book. Okay, similarly in machine learning, you provide it with data. Okay, data is being generated all around you at every instant, whether it be the temperature, humidity, your location, your Bluetooth, your search history, your Instagram scrolling, your followers, unfollowers, so on and so forth. Every single thing that you're doing, even just clicking on your mobile phone, is a data that is being generated. Okay. Is Google using NLP for its search engines? Yes. One of the main things about NLP is that, see, what is the aim of a search engine? Okay, just try to understand this. Google does not charge you for using its google.com or its search engine at the end of the day. So how is it able to make money? How is it able to like promote the right ads to you at the right moment? How is it able to say that, okay, when you're searching for AI, okay, it shows like the def down at the top of it, okay, at the top of the result. How is it able to figure out that yes, this is something that is required by the students? So what happens, it goes through your website. Okay, it goes through your website. It uses NLP to understand what is written on your website itself, whether it is linked to what the user has searched for. Okay, whether it is linked to what the user has searched for. If it is something that is linked, if it is something that, okay, so whatever the user has searched for AI, that is something that this particular article is all about, then it will show you as its result, and so on and so forth. Okay, not just here, but for example, your Google Assistant, your Siri, your Alexa, whatever you are using, they also use NLP. If you are having a chat bot, that also uses NLP. For example, your text to audio, that also uses NLP, and so on and so forth. Okay, so all these different conditions usually require NLP at the end of the day. Now, where does deep learning comes into being? We are here to learn deep learning. Now, deep learning is a sub branch of machine learning. Okay, deep learning is a algorithm, is a type of algorithm that is a sub part of machine learning itself. Now, let's try to understand. Okay, where does this deep learning come from? Okay, where does this like concept of deep learning comes from? Let's try to understand that. So back in 1950s, okay, 1950s, I'm talking about a way back. Okay, so back in 1950s, when there were the different researchers and they were trying to come up with the best solution for the best algorithm that is possible in machine learning, they decided to, okay, what is our aim? Our aim is to make machine intelligent. Our aim is to create an artificial intelligent life form. What is the best possible solution for that? Just model it behind the most complex computational power in the entire world. That is your brain. Okay. So this is how, like, it looks like your inverted kidney, but like just try to understand this is the brain or something like that. Okay. So they looked at your brain. Okay. How does a human brain function? The most efficient computer in the entire world that is able to build like that is able to govern a really intelligent being, that is your brain. So if I want to make an artificial intelligent life form, the best possible way is to just model what is going on inside your brain itself. Okay, so what they did was they started to research about brains. Okay, they came to know about neurons. Okay, they came to know about neurons, that okay, there are some cells that have like chemical and electrical attributes the same, and they look something like this. I hope that you guys paid attention up till 10th standard for biology as well. Are you guys familiar with neurons? My drawing is exceptionally bad, so like, but still I draw better than Picasso, man. Like, I have seen his paintings. I can draw better than Picasso. Okay, so this is how a neuron looks like. Okay, so how does a neuron function? Okay, what happens is it gets in information. It gets in information from different parts, whether it be a muscle, whether it be the vision that you are able to receive, whether it be a particular touch on your like leg or something like that. It receives electrical impulses that are then converted when it touches this particular bud. It gets converted into chemical reactions and so on and so forth, and that electrical impulse is then carried forward via these tentacles inside the cell. Now inside the cell itself, you are having your like So nucleus, okay, you are having the nucleus, that is the computational powerhouse. Okay, let's try to model this. You are having an input, some input is coming inside, then you are having the nucleus where all the computation happens. Okay, all the computation, all the decision making happens, and whatever has been decided, so you are getting an input from various different sources. The computation happens right over here, some type of computation happens, and then this result is then like carried forward, and then using these tentacles it is then taken up to the next neuron for further computation or whatever it is possible. So this looks something like this. Okay, it looks like you are getting information in, you are getting inputs, you are doing some type of computation, and then sending it out as an output. Okay, so this is what the researchers said that okay, we will model it after this. Okay, so this is called as a neuron. Okay, we will call this as a new, like this is called as a neuron itself, so we'll also call this as a neuron. Okay, we'll also call this as a neuron. Okay, we will also call this as a neuron itself, or a cell. Okay, or something like that. So what happens is, let me just redraw this. Now the aim for this entire thing was to create something that mimics the human brain, and they came up with this particular neuron. So this is the input that it is able to get, input, and then you are getting your output. Okay, this is how a neuron looks like. But what should be the computation right over here? What computation should I do right over here to get the desired output? So for that, what they did was, okay, no issues in that. You are having an input as x. Okay, you are having an input as x1, you are having another input as x2. Okay, what we will do is, we'll just write a normal function, how to create a normal functional equation. Okay, for those who have studied about mathematics, a normal functional equation that we want to create, if we are having two variables x1 and x2, we will have w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus c is equals to out. Okay, this is a normal functional equation, guys, nothing to be changed right over here. Ax plus by plus c is equals to z. This is a normal functional equation for variables, two variables right now. So we have named it as w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus c is equals to your out. Now here w1 and w2 are called as weights. Why weights? Because you are having two inputs. Okay, I'm giving you two options. It is raining outside and the temperature is 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, just like random two inputs right now. And your answer should be that whether you should go out or not. Okay, it's raining outside and the degree is 50 degrees Celsius. You have to decide whether you want to go out or not. Okay, so what you will do? Okay, so is it raining very heavily? Okay, is it raining very heavily? Then no, I don't want to go. You are giving weightage to a particular like option, that okay, so if it is raining very heavily, then I will not go out. If it is raining less heavily, then I will go out. If the temperature is very high, I don't want to go out. If the temperature is below 25 degrees Celsius, then I will go out. So you're trying to give weightage to each of those options, and that is what these weights do, w1 and w2. They give weightage to your inputs to decide the output itself. Okay, so you are having, so you will just have the summation right over here. So let's just redraw this entire thing again. Okay, so you are having your x1 and x2 right now. You are feeding it inside the neuron. You are getting some output. The w1 and w2 are your weights. You are doing a summation right over here. Okay, you are doing a summation right over here. So w1 x1 plus w2 x2, and you are also adding up the c. Okay, and also, so here you usually call it as b, not c. Okay, you usually, there's a variable, so you can name it anything. You provide a summation, and the answer that you're currently getting is w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus b. Okay, that is the output that you're getting. Now when I'm asking you that okay, whether you want to go out or not, that is the like answer that you want to get, whether you want to go out or not. In that particular case, what should be your answer? Yes or no? Okay, it can only be 1 or 0. If we are representing yes and no as numbers, it can only be 1 or 0. It cannot be 0.5. Okay, if you want to go out or not, the answer cannot be 0.5. The answer can be only 1 or 0. If I'm asking you what is the probability, so I'm giving you the some two values and I'm asking what is the probability that this ship will sink. Okay, so I'm giving you the name of this ship, Titanic, and I'm giving you the size of the ship as like 10 meters. Okay, and I'm asking you whether this ship will like drown or will it sail. Okay, so in this I'm asking you for the probability that it will sail. Okay, the probability. So probability can be something that can vary between 0 and 1. Okay, it can be 0.5, 0.25, but it cannot be minus, it cannot be more than 1. Okay, so in that particular case you cannot have this function as your final output. Okay, you cannot have this function as your final output. Whatever this answer is, you will need to put it up as your final output as either 1 or 0, or from 0 to 1, or sometimes, for example, I want the output to be the rent of a particular house. It cannot be negative. It cannot be negative. It always has to be positive, because rent, it cannot be possible that, okay, you want to come and stay at my house, I will give you 100 rupees to come and stay at my house. This is not possible. Okay, so you cannot have a negative rent, so always positive itself. So all these different scenarios exist at any point of time. So for that you have your activation function. You are having your activation function. What does activation function does? Okay, so whatever we have written right over here, let me just rub it. Okay, so activation functions acts on this particular equation. So this equation right over here, okay, this equation right over here, that is w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus w plus b. Let us consider that as g of x. Okay, g of x1 comma x2. Okay, let's just consider that as g of x1 comma x2. Okay, this is the equation that we are currently having. The activation function applies on this particular hypothesis itself, that is a of g of x1 comma x2. This is what happens right over here. Now what this activation functions are, there are various different activation functions that exist. So this entire thing is just a value y. Okay, please do not think of it as an equation, think of it as a value. Only then you will be able to understand this activation function. Okay, let us look at some of the activation functions right now. So whenever you are looking at any activation function, the first activation function that comes into mind is like y is equals to x. As simple as that. A simple activation function, a linear activation function. This is called as a linear activation function. You are having various different activation functions as well. For example, you are having y is equals to like 0 if x is less than 0, and y is equals to 1 if x is greater than 0. Okay, so this is also one of the activation functions. It's called as a step activation function itself. So whenever till the time y like x is 0, up till that particular point of time y is like this. Okay, y is also 0 at that particular point of time. As soon as x becomes greater than 0, then y also becomes 1. Okay, so it will look something like this. Okay, so there are various different, so you are having your ReLU. Okay, so ReLU looks something like this. You are having your so it up till 0 it will be 0, and then after 0 it will be y is equals to x. So it is never negative. You are having your sigmoid function as well, so that looks like this, in which the it's for used usually for probabilistic degrees itself. So it ranges between 0 and 1. Okay, it never becomes 1, it never becomes 0, but it ranges in between them. So that gives you a probabilistic value. So whatever your y value is, whatever, so you are feeding in a of y, if you remember, whatever your y value is, whatever w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus b is, depending upon that you get your activation function, and on the basis of that you get your result. Okay, on the basis of that you get your result. Okay, so that is how everything works in your this entire small neuron that you have created, the small part of your brain that you have created. This is how the mathematics goes on in there. Are you able to understand this? Like, please do not go into depth. I'm trying to make it as simple for you guys as possible. Are you able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. I know this is a lot to digest, but are you able to understand? Please let me know, guys. Guys, there are 96 of you in the live chat right now. I need to understand, are you able to understand this up till now? So can you see my comment? Yes, I am able to see your comment, Shashank. Okay. There are 96 of you guys. Please interact with me in the live chat. It's very important. Okay, amazing. So now you need to understand this, that your brain does not contain just one neuron. To have such complex decisions that you have to make, your brain cannot just contain one neuron to make all the decisions. There are billions of neurons in your brain that help each other, and because see, a simple equation w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus b whole covered by sum h of something is equals to the output. This is a very very small equation. Now just think of this, that this is the input to like 500 neurons, and then they produce some type of computation, they forward that particular equation to some 1000 more neurons, and so on and so forth. So how complex that equation would be. Just try to understand, the input from one neuron becomes the output from one neuron. This is the output from one neuron becomes the input to 500 neurons, and those inputs, then those outputs from those neurons become the input to some 1000 neurons. How complex that equation would be, and how complex decisions those equations will be able to make. But there was one demerit. It was found in 1950, guys. In 1950s, deep learning was found, but there was a huge issue with that. This required immense computational powers, immense computational powers. In 1950, like you needed, like if you wanted like 100 MB of storage, you needed something like of the size of a fridge to just have that kind of storage itself. Okay, and right now you are able to like carry 1 TB of data on a small chip. The computational power back then was very poor. Even your personal computers, even your mobile phones are much more faster than the supercomputers at that point of time. So try to think that how computational intensive these mathematical equations are, and they were not able to cope up with the same, and they thought that they were going in a very wrong direction, and they dropped it off. But in the 2000s, the computational powers of the devices have exceeded beyond imaginations. Okay, your personal computer for right now, if you're having, like I'm having the Ryzen 9 5000 series processor. Okay, even that simple processor also has so much power inside of it. The aid of Google Colab. Okay, so for example, these all like computations, when you're using tensorflow.js, that is the framework that we are going to use for deep learning. Okay, so when you're using tensorflow.js, instead of making the like calculations in matrices, so making the calculation in matrices, we'll be using tensors. Okay, behind the scenes we are not going to use it, but behind the scenes TensorFlow uses tensors. Okay, it is type of a vector based matrices that exists. It's not something that you need to know, just try to understand this is a type of matrices, okay, that are being used by TensorFlow to optimize the entire process. And Google has created computational powers. Okay, so you must have heard about CPUs, you must have heard about GPUs. Okay, Google has created TPUs as well that you can access for free from Colab, and that is the fastest processing power that is there. For example, if you are having the like if you are having a particular CPU, okay, you have created a particular deep learning program. Now you want to train it, you want to run it. Okay, in CPUs it will take 3 days. In GPU it will take 3 hours. In TPU it will take 30 minutes. That is a type of computationally how strong TPUs are, and that TPU is tensor processing unit, just like GPU is graphical processing unit, CPU similarly computer processing. So TPU is tensor processing unit. Okay, that is the fastest. You cannot order one, you cannot get one, but yes, using Colab you can access one for free from your home, and that is the benefit of using Google Colab. You will be able to save so much time, and that's why this entire industry of like deep learning has boomed beyond imagination. Right now, deep learning is used in computer vision, it is being used in NLP, it is being used in machine learning, it is being used in healthcare, it is used in space exploration, every single thing that you can think of. 90%, 95% of those algorithms will be based on deep learning itself. Okay, so that is the main advantage of deep learning. Are you guys able to understand all these topics, all these things that I'm talking about right now? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Is the fastest Ryzen processor right now, not common one. I have three Ryzen 9 5000 series processors at my home. One is two are in laptops and one is in desktop. So I'm having three of these processors. Okay, so that's great. You guys are able to understand this. Now, see, as of this particular moment, you have understood the topics. Okay, what are the meanings, how, where they are used. But one of the main things is how to get placement by learning these concepts. What are the different things you need to learn to become a data analyst or a data scientist or get into a good company like Microsoft or Google or something like that. So we have an expertise on that. So our entire training and internship program caters to that problem statement itself. How to get you from being a third tier or two tier college student to a particular good company, and that is what we aim at as well. You have already seen the graduates that we are having. Let me just show it to you guys. So if you go into the courses and into the data scientist training and internship program, I wanted to show the graduates. Right now, let me just go back to the previous page. So see, for example, let's see right over here. So Barik, she got placed into Google. She was in the data science training and internship program. If you are in the Gap, so if you have heard about one of the biggest fashion designing companies in the entire world, so Shivam Kumar got placed into Gap, and he was also a part of the data scientist program. You are having people placed in Amazon, so he was from full stack. So Samsung as well, so he was from data science program itself. Geo again from data science, so on and so forth. So see, the main objective at the end of the day is not just learning topics but to get you guys placed as well. And see, this is something that makes us stand out from the rest of the crowd. Then let us look at what are the different things you need to learn to become a data scientist. Okay, first of all, anywhere if you want to get placement, you need to learn data structures and algorithms. Okay, if you want to become a data scientist or any other, if you just want to get into a good company, okay, like Microsoft, Google, Atlassian or something like that, or Oracle or something like that, you need to be very strong with your data structures and algorithms. Okay, so the topics like introduction, bit manipulation, arrays, sorting, hashing, the linear data structures, you need to learn about that. Then trees, graph, backtracking, matrices, tags, DQ, heap, greedy algorithms, dynamic programming, segment and binary index trees. All these topics is something that you need to learn as well as practice, guys. Not just the theory but also practice, because without practice coding, you cannot do anything in coding. You have to continuously practice as well. Okay, next, when you're going into data science, you first need to start off with Python. So we covered a bit about data types and operators, but there's a lot more in Python. For example, object oriented programming in Python, control flow, scripting. So that is something that you can do. Could we learn Java instead of C++? Aryan, in the our training and internship program, we teach in C++, but you can also do it in Java. Okay, because both the language do not have a big difference while doing competitive programming. So you can easily switch between both. There will be no issues, whatever you are comfortable with. Because we teach first of all C++ and then we go into data structures and algorithms. So there are no prerequisites. Okay, so data types and operators, control float, scripting, object oriented programming in Python. Please cover all these topics if you want to get started with data science. Next, you need to go into data analytics. For that, Anaconda and Jupyter Notebooks, basic understanding should be there. Data analysis process, what is the process, how you are able to do data analysis, what is data analytics, okay, all these type of stuff. NumPy and Pandas, so what we covered was exceptionally within like the basics of the basics itself. Okay, you need to go in a lot more depth. We take almost 7 days to just complete NumPy and Pandas. Matplotlib and Seaborn, again a beautiful visual library of package of Python, okay, that helps you create very beautiful charts for your data analytical process. Okay, then you are having your statistics. Okay, if you want to become a data analyst or a data scientist, you need to learn statistics. Okay, statistics is very important, because before going into machine learning, deep learning, you need to first do data analysis. You need to analyze the data. That is very important. For that, you need statistics, you need graphical units, all this kind of stuff that you need to understand. So learn about constructs, population, sample, correlation, causation, hypothesis, experimentation, visual data, central tendency, variability, standardizing, normal and sample distribution, estimation, hypothesis testing, t-tests, and many more. A/B testing is also something that will come into statistics, because of course you will be testing between various different machine learning models as well. You will never just develop one single machine learning model. There are always 2 to 3 different models that you create, and you A/B test between them to see which one is producing the best results at the end of the day. Okay, you are having SQL. Next, you need to learn about SQL. If you're going into data analysis, SQL is very important. Not just the basics, but the advanced projects as well. Okay, SQL advanced, joins, performance tuning. Okay, how you can optimize your SQL queries, accessing databases using Python. So how you can use SQL in your Python programming language itself. Okay, so it's very important to learn SQL, guys. Okay, window functions, data cleaning, temporary tables, basic SQLs, joins, aggregations, subqueries. These are exceptionally important, guys. SQL is very important. Please do not forget it. Okay, then you go into data wrangling. Okay, so now you have learned about how to clean a data, how to make a data, all these kind of stuff. Now you need to collect the data. From where is this data going to come in? Nobody is going to call you and saying that, okay, like this is the data, then go and do analysis over it. You will have to collect the data. So you have to gather the data. It may be from a particular website, you are web scraping it. It may be possible that you are getting it from a particular API, making requests to those APIs and getting the information. It may be possible that someone has given the data to you, and so on and so forth. Once you have got the data, you need to first analyze the data. You need to clean the data. There will be missing values, there will be wrong values, there will be some problems with the data types in those tables itself. You will need to learn about HTML and XML, because if you want to scrape websites, if you want to directly get your like outputs, your information from websites itself, you will need to first understand what a particular website is, how it works. So XML and HTML is very important. You will need to work with tabular, CSV, Excel, and JSON data. JSON data is something that you directly get from the API. So the APIs that are there on the websites, you need to fetch from those APIs. So that will give you a JSON data. Use beautiful script to scrape web pages. That is very important. How to make sure your data is a quality data. Okay, how to make sure that the quality of the data is being maintained. That comes into the data wrangling process. Next, you go into machine learning. So there are 18 machine learning algorithms, if I'm not wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, there are 17 machine learning algorithms that you are able to see. Each of these algorithms are very important, guys. So how do we teach these algorithms? First of all, we'll teach you the basis of the algorithms, the mathematical basis of the algorithms. Then we'll go into practice using Python. Okay, hands-on practice using Python. Then each algorithm has its very own project, where we'll give you the data, we'll ask you to scrape the data, we'll get the data for you, and then you will have to apply machine learning algorithm, that particular machine learning algorithm on that kind of data. Okay, these data sets are from companies like Google, Uber, Facebook, Amazon. So we have got data from various different companies that these companies are actually using, and we will be training you on those data sets itself, that you get a taste of what happens in the industry. Okay, every algorithm is being accompanied by its very own project, because it's very important to understand every algorithm in a very unique way. Next, you are having your deep learning. So in deep learning, there are not a lot many number of algorithms. There are just 7 algorithms that you need to learn. artificial neural nets, recurrent neural nets, convolutional neural nets, self-organizing maps, Boltzmann machine, autoencoders and GANs, that is like two different algorithms, and then natural language processing using deep learning. Early on it was using machine learning, this is using deep learning. Okay, so in this again, algorithm, mathematics in Python, and then your project itself. Okay, so this is how we do the things. And of course, like the instructors that will be there in the entire program, those will come directly from the industry itself. So let's see, we are having Rahul Halalka, who is from Goldman Sachs. I myself have previously worked in Geo, Reliance as well. We are having people from Amazon, Porsche. He has previously worked in HP as well. We are having Sahid Behatwal. He's a particular person from Google. Okay, we are having Accenture, Morgan Stanley. We are having people from McKinsey and Company. The person who will be teaching you data structures and algorithms and C++, he is 27 in the entire world on CodeChef. Okay, like his rank is 27 in the entire world on CodeChef. He is 46 on CodeChef Dev 1, and on Lead Code as well, he is in the top 100 in the entire world. So he will be the particular person who will be teaching C++ and data structures and algorithms as well as competitive programming to you guys. Now you need to understand that how the classes works. Okay, it's a 2.5 month long entire training and internship. Okay, it's a data scientist training and internship program. It is of 2.5 months long. Every single day after 6 or 7 in the evening, there will be 1.5 hours of live classes by these instructors every single day, 5 days a week, 5 to 6 days a week for 2.5 months. Okay, and after that 1.5 hours of live class on Zoom, these instructors will then be sitting for the next 2 hours, so that if you guys are having any questions, any queries, you can then directly approach them on Zoom itself. You can ask them your questions, you can ask them your doubts. If you're not able to understand something, they will be able to teach you guys as well. Okay, so everything is done live on Zoom every single day. These classes will then be recorded, and the recordings will also be shared with you with a lifetime access to those recordings. You have already seen the notes that we provide. So everything that we provide will be having notes, all the projects. So let us look at the projects that are being completed in this particular bootcamp, in this training and internship. So music website, secret message, take a break, market basket optimization, mall customer segmentation, Facebook ads analytics, predict employee salary, music generation, YouTube sentiment analysis, language translator, create your own Javist chatbot, talk to Alexa using sign language, Emojify, wine quality prediction, IMDb SQL query, IMDb dataset. So Uber data analytics process, analyze the Android app market on Google Play, analyze Walmart store sales. So we have taken up data sets from Walmart, from Facebook, from Google, from other companies as well, as you are able to see, so that you guys are able to learn from what these companies are actually doing. The technologies that will be covered would be GitHub, Python, Anaconda, Beautiful Soup, C++, Jupyter, Matplotlib, MongoDB, statistics, NumPy, Pandas, Seaborn, and much more as well. Okay, so that is the entire program. Also, at the end of the program, we will be training you in like resume building sessions, GitHub and LinkedIn optimization. We will be connecting you with different companies as well, so that you guys are able to get placed. Because at the end of the day, it's just about placement. Okay, we will be training you so that you are interview ready. We'll be having mock interviews as well, and then we'll help you guys get placed as well. So we have already shown you the results, like we have got a huge number of students. Almost 80% of the students who are enrolling in the program gets placed at the end. So that is something that we are very proud of. The rest 20% usually drop off because they are not able to cope up with the same. Because see, hard work is important. If you're not able to put in hard work, then may God be able to help you. So I will never be saying that, okay, this is very easy, you don't have to put in any hard work, like you just have to sit through the entire thing. Of course there will be a lot of hard work required, because getting instructors from these companies, they will be pushing you. Okay, they will be pushing you very hard, because they themselves have gone into these great companies. So of course it's not an easy process, and they know this. And learning from them on a daily basis, to be able to get the mentorship from them on a daily basis, is something that is not available to most of the students. And that is what changes a particular student's path, because they are able to see how the inventors are working, how they are able to learn all these different things, and they are able to learn from them directly. That is what brings a change within the students as well. Again, that is what we aim for. This training and internship program is of 2.5 months. The current price for this program is 6,999. The price is going to be increased on the 15th, if I'm not wrong. On the 15th of February, the price will then be increased to 7,499. Up till that point of time, it's 6,999. The batch is going to start from the 1st of March. So I just want to know, like, see, there are, like, for March batch, I think so there are 20 seats, 25 seats remaining as of this particular moment. Can I know how many of you are interested in joining the training and internship program? And please keep in mind that this is a proper training as well as an internship. You will be getting a letter of recommendation, an internship completion certificate, and offer letter as a data scientist who has been working as DevTown. Okay, so this is a proper training as well as an internship as well. So can I get, like, just those students who are interested in the same, because we have a very limited number of seats available with us. So, like, if there are more number of people, then I will have to start up a new batch on the basis of that. So can someone let me know how many of you are interested in joining this particular training and internship program? Just write me or a yes in the live chat so that I'm able to identify and I'm able to count them. Because of course this is paid. Okay, 6,999 is the amount, but that includes the GST. Okay, we are a non-profit startup. Okay, we don't charge anything. This is the only amount that we have to give, 18% to the government, and the rest goes to the instructors, because getting instructors from, like, Oracle or Google or McKinsey and company, these people are very expensive. So that is the reason why we are having the prices as this. But this is the cheapest program that is able to offer you as of this particular moment, the cheapest in the entire world. This is my like, guarantee to you. And why is that the case? Because we don't have any profits over this, so I'm able to guarantee that this is the cheapest that you will be able to find in the entire world. That is our aim as of this particular moment. It is available to everyone. Whether we have students from Italy, we have students from Spain, we have students from Africa, we have students from Sri Lanka, we have students from Pakistan, we have students from Bhutan, Nepal. So yeah, students from foreign countries can also join the same. The process is a bit different. So you will have to message me privately on WhatsApp, and you will have to pay through PayPal. So I will help you guys out with that process as well. There's no issues. For those students who are interested in the same, please text to me on WhatsApp. What's the duration of this program? It's of 2.5 months. Okay, it's of 2.5 months, Mr. Agrawal. So you can text me on WhatsApp, as there are like, limited number of seats that are available as of this particular moment. So for those students who want to like, get into the training and internship program, text me on this particular number on WhatsApp itself. Please do not call, because I very rarely pick up any calls. Text me on WhatsApp, just send a hi, so that I'm at least able to fix a particular like, seat for you. Because as I told you, there are only 25 or 27 seats remaining as of this particular moment for the March batch. And we only have a particular batch if we have the instructors available for the same, because one instructor only gets one batch, so that he is able to give his 100% to that particular batch itself. So that's why like, I cannot guarantee and batch will be after March or not. But yes, like, if you guys want, just send me a hi on WhatsApp. I will freeze a seat for you guys, and you can join according to that as well. Is there hands-on project and assignment exam? Agrawal, like I said, each of those projects are hands-on itself. Everything will be done by the instructor in the class itself, so that you guys are able to follow them along, as well as you will then be submitting those projects to the instructors. The instructors will be checking them and will be suggesting them some improvements as well, what you can do to improve those projects. This is how we usually handle our training and internship program, guys. So if you guys want to join the program, it's great. I will be able to see you guys on the other side as well on a daily basis. So that will be awesome. So those students who are interested in the program, do contact me on WhatsApp. I've already shared my number with you guys. And yeah, that would be it, I suppose. Okay. Okay, if you guys have any questions as well related to the program, you can approach me on WhatsApp and I will help you out, guys out with the same. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I will share the attendance link with you right now. The attendance link is on the screen, guys. Okay, those students who want to enroll in the program or who are thinking about enrolling in the program, talk to me on WhatsApp. I will help you guys out with the process itself. There's a monthly payment option available as well. You do not have to pay it at once. We can arrange a monthly payment option for you guys, so that if it's comfortable for you, then that would also be fine for me. There's no issues. Okay. Okay, it was great talking to you guys. Thank you so much. We'll meet again tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Simran, it's of 2.5 months long, and there will be instructors from McKinsey and Company, Google, Microsoft, who will be teaching you every single day. So, of course, it would be paid because we need to pay those instructors. I am not Mukesh Ambani. I can only organize these NGOs. I can only conduct these boot camps. That is the most that I can give back to the community that has helped me. But yes, when compared to other programs, they will be charging you for the same program above 30,000 rupees for the same program. And in that as well, the instructor won't be from any company. Okay, he will just be a random person who has done some certifications. That's it. He won't be from a company itself. And that's what I'm trying to do. Okay. For the campus ambassador program, it is taking some delay. It will be done in the next 3 days. Okay. Okay, the last month I took the data analysis with Python program and did the project. I haven't received a certificate for the same. Tanisha, like if you have missed the attendance of a single day, or the project that you submitted was not on time, then that may be the reason that you have missed the certificate, because everything is automated right over here. We don't send like thousands of certificates at the same point of time. It's handled automatically. If you have skipped a particular day, or if you use the wrong email for a particular day, that will have caused your certificate to have been missed. Okay. Yes, we'll be having the project tomorrow, guys. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Those who are interested for the training and internship program, do contact me on my number. I've already shared to you guys. Okay, the same as well. I've changed it to day 6. Don't worry, it's the same form. Okay. I've already shared my WhatsApp number with you guys. Do connect with me. It will be great to talk to you as well. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.